okay? I'm so sick of these people exploiting my children, exploiting me, cutting communication between my children and I. It is ridiculous. It's gone on now for maybe, I don't know, 3.5 years. Up until 2000, I'm just recapping everything like I do in most of all my other lives, because this is all I'm going to be fucking talking about until I have resolution. My children have lived with me full time their entire lives. Their fathers have had visitation, custody, whenever they want. I've never been the type of woman to say, no, you can't see your children. I have 2 different fathers of my children. I have 2 older children who are Mexican and white, Viviana and Luis, and my ex-husband is their father. We were married. I was 18 years old when we got married, right? Then that relationship didn't end up working out. I was in another long-term relationship for 5 years before I got pregnant again. And that was my daughter, Alexis, and she's 8 years old. Her father is Orlando Rubio. Alexis. So, I've mothered them their whole lives. They came out of my vagina. They are my whole entire heart. There is nothing that I wouldn't do for them. And I understand that Dylan was a bad choice. Whatever, I fucked up. But I've gone public about everything that happened with him and I. And they just won't stop. They just won't let it go. They badger, they follow me, they torment me. It's exhausting. I have not been with that man in years. 2 years. I have no connection to him. I don't talk to him. Why won't they leave me alone? I don't get it. I've moved. I went from apartment, they follow me there and start shit there, to apartment, they follow me there and start shit there. A storage locker where I put all my stuff, they follow me there and start shit there. I moved to a new storage locker, they follow me there and start shit there. Now I finally get this apartment. I've been here for 14 days. 14 days. And I have had 3 days of peace. 3 days. Maybe less. Fuck off. I've never been convicted of a crime. I've never been in trouble before. I've never been arrested. What the fuck are they doing? I got an underage drinking when I was 18. Why am I being followed around? Why am I being harassed? What the fuck do they want from me? You know what I want from them? One thing. Only one thing. My kids. That's it. I want to be with my kids. I want to be a mother to my children as I've been my entire life until they came and took them in 2019 when I reported that there was a man outside of my window in the gangway in the apartment that I shared with Dylan at 2037 West Roscoe. My kids were there. Do you know what I did with them? I hid them in a corner. I put stuff in front of the door so that so that the man couldn't get in. I protected them. They're my kids. It's what mothers do. At that time, they called their fathers and asked their fathers to to come pick them up because they said that the situation was not stable. Dylan was beating me. He was dosing me. He was stealing my medication. And I asked for help from anyone and everyone that I knew. Everybody. Nobody came. Nobody gave a fuck. And I was left there pretty much to die. Natalia came, she saw one day, I took her in the bathroom and I just broke down and I said to her, if I don't get out of here, I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill me. I don't know what else I could have done. I was loyal as fuck to this dumb motherfucker. His entire prison sentence, I was there for him. He made all these promises to my kids. He made all these promises to me. And when he was released, none of those promises came true. Instead, my whole entire life got ripped to shreds. No one's home, thank you anyway. My whole entire life was ripped to shreds. Since that time, I have been followed and harassed. I have filed numerous too many to count, police reports. I have literally, quite literally, done, I'm busy, go away. Thank you.
Who would be knocking on her door?
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. Anytime I cry, oh God, she needs to be admitted to mental health. Anytime I go live and start sharing real shit about real shit, pay attention, viewers. Pay attention to when they silence me. Pay attention.
Oh my gosh. She thinks they're not.
Let me wind back, because this is shit they don't want you to know. Believe that. Oh my God, it's so fucking corrupt. This is such a corrupt ass situation. It's so sick. Give me 1 second. If you could see what I have been here through this morning alone, it's like a torture chamber, literally. It's like a fucking torture chamber. It is ridiculous. They disabled my security camera from my apartment, but yet they have cameras right there.
What?
That's weird, right? They're trying to catch people in sexual positions, low-key, doing weird shit. They come in my house and fuck on my bed.
No, ma'am.
Who behaves that way? Who goes into someone's house, breaks open their door, takes it off the hinges, enters their apartment? Who does that?
No one.
Who raised you? Now you're gonna take my children, my 3 children, my 3 innocent children, my babies, my kids who were raised to have respect, to have manners, to be polite, to be generous, to be caring, to be compassionate, and you're gonna take them and keep them separate from me and isolate them from each other and their mother, and then isolate their fathers? You're gonna teach my kids that it's right to do all this predatory, exploitative shit?
Where did she get that?
You're gonna hold me away from them and teach them to do wrong? And then try to hold them accountable when they do?
What are they doing wrong?
I'm disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted. And let me explain why this is happening. Because the PD, the FBI, and myself have all been kind of in this situation together, where rather than anyone accepting responsibility for how they fucked up, because they fucked up big, and you could see it anywhere in my recap. And please believe everyone who has something nasty to say has been paid off to say it. It's the truth. They have built teams of people since the taping of Love After Lockup. They have built teams of people whose only job is to destroy my character, to follow me around my neighborhood, to chase me, to leave stuff in my car, to steal from my apartment. How the fuck?
They low budget.
I haven't spoken to my children now in 4 days. I don't know where they are. I am worried. I am very worried. I have reported sexual abuse. I have reported trafficking of myself. Me being trafficked by someone else. Me being knocked unconscious with liquid G and raped. My home being robbed. Too many times to count, to too many agencies to count. No one comes. No one helps. No one even addresses this situation at all whatsoever. Like if it never happened. No big deal, right? Oh, just another dumb bitch getting robbed and raped and treated and her kids getting exploited. No worries. Where do I live? What the fuck happened to the world? And I guess the biggest question I have is, how the fuck did we get here, and how do we turn it around? How do we go elsewhere? How do we change direction from where we are right now? What do we do? Because I'll be damned. I will be damned if myself and my family continue to be scapegoated. I'm done. There is so much evidence on this Instagram, in my phones, on the cloud, in the computer. I don't get it. I don't get it. And if this is what's going on with me in my life, what's going on for other people? Are you guys experiencing similar things? Is the world in flux? Is this an issue of everyone is being victimized every time they walk out of the house? Or is this an issue of just me and I'm being targeted? Where do you live? Please tell me where you live, where I can go and find peace. Because if I have my children, I will fucking go anywhere to get away from this shit. I want it away from me.
You better go to Christ.
I am not a cop. I am not an FBI agent. I am a civilian. A 34-year-old, I'm sorry, my birthday was 2 days ago. A 35-year-old woman with 3 kids. I am not for sale. I am no one's property.
She's quoting me.
I'm tired of walking around all day with my phone in my fucking hand, afraid that I'm gonna have to go live because, God forbid, I get grabbed off the street by God knows who. I'm tired.
You should have
I'm tired.
opened your
This
door.
began, let's reiterate that this began in 2019 and all started in 2015 when I was exploited by an officer, sexually harassed. He invited me to the Jingle Bash to go to the Jingle Ball, whatever bullshit. And I said, I'm not going there. Or the WGCI Christmas concert. I said, no. I had just started dating Dylan. We were dealing with a bunch of drama with him. He was being sentenced and supposedly, I don't even know if any of it's true or not. Like, I can't even go back and do Q&A. I was in court with him, sitting at a pew next to his mom and his grandma while they tried to give him 20 years. 20 years. And his attorney, Sam Worley, negotiated it down to 12. And I remember Dylan crying his fucking, being sad as fuck. I've never seen anyone so upset. And I was there for him. You know what I told him? Even if they were to give you the 20, I would still be here, don't worry. I went and got that man glasses on Christmas Eve, and the kids and I took the bus to go deliver them to him. We made him packages. He talked to the kids. He read the kids books, recording his voice on CDs. He couldn't buy me a wedding ring at first, so he weaved one out of plastic that he melted from a milk carton. I still have it. He wrote me letters and sent me all these cards and did the most, the absolute most. My kids and I waited a very long time for that man to come home and for our lives to change. I remember when the show said to my son, they were interviewing my kids, and they said, "What's your biggest wish for your mom?" And my son said, "I just want Dylan to come home and help her. I'm a single mom in a 4 or 5 bedroom house, cleaning, cooking, doing laundry, taking care of 3 children." And that was how it was my whole life. My whole life. Alexis's father and I broke up before she was even a year old. We were never married, and I was married to the father of the first 2. I've done everything on my own. Even when Orlando and I were together, he was in college, and I worked full time. I worked full time at Northwestern Hospital. I was there 5 years. There's letters of recommendations. I've posted them in the recap section of my page. I am not crazy, and I've been victimized. And I guess you expect that when someone does something abusive to you, someone will help you escape. Someone will help you, someone will remove you from that situation. Someone meaning someone that you've been paying your taxes for your whole entire life. Some government agency, right? I've been an employee of some organization since I was 14 or 15 years old. I've worked at movie theaters. I've worked at restaurants. My first job was at a pizza place. My second was at York Theater in Elmhurst. I'm not a lazy person. I'm not crazy. I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck. And the only thing I want is to be able to lay down, put on some cartoons, bake some snacks for my kids, and fucking relax. That's all I want. That's all I've ever been asking for the whole time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't get a hold of my mom. I haven't spoken to my mother in a year, maybe more. I don't know if she's alive or dead or what. I have no idea. Same with my sister. I've been given such misinformation. I have no idea what to even believe anymore. That's their scramble plan. When they feed you such bullshit, but they are so convincing with it. They gaslight the fuck out of you, which is another narcissistic abuse tactic. And they tell you that something is so many times, you believe that shit. This is a cup. That's not a fucking cup. What do you mean? That's not a cup. Yes, it is. This is a cup. That is not a cup. I know what a cup looks like. Try hearing that this is a cup for years or months. Do you think you're going to start to believe it's a cup? You probably don't believe it. I promise you do. It's the natural human psyche. Until you're strong enough to build your mind to be able to withstand that abuse, you believe it. And that doesn't work. I mean, that works for anything. You tell a person they're crazy. You tell a person they're dumb. You tell a person they're smart. You tell them they're beautiful. Whatever it is you're telling them, if you're the only influence on them and you're telling them over and over and over and over and over all day, every day, they believe that shit. So what do you think happens to me when you people call me crazy every day and ignore the abuse that's taking place? What do you think happens to me when all I hear is them filtering in, you're fat, you're ugly, your teeth are disgusting and rotten, you're a crackhead. I don't do drugs at all. At all.
That's all.
Now, what do you think happens to my children? What do you think happens to my family? Everyone's being bullied. Everyone's being exploited. Everyone's being forced to work for free. Where are we? Where the fuck are we? Do we have any rights at all here? What is going on? And when you get too close to the truth, rather than communicating or asking you to not discuss something, or telling you, hey, this is the direction that I need from you. Can you do this for me? Or, hey, talk about this less, please. It's pissing people off. You don't get any of that. It's like a setup. They abuse you and beat you down until you are literally, you can't take it anymore. And you say exactly what the fuck is going on with your situation. I can't fucking take it anymore. Back the fuck up off me. Leave me alone. And then you're just punished. You're subsequently punished for doing what they forced you to do, for what they backed you up against the wall and sometimes quite literally raped you in the ass to do.
She's tired.
I'm exhausted. I got woken up at 5:30 in the morning by this bullshit. I've been dealing with it all morning ever since. I've been calling every resource I got in the court system. I don't even acknowledge the comments anymore. It's all feds. Anyone in the comment is a fed. So if you're anyone else other than like if you're my friend or someone like that, just anyone in the comments, block them from your page. Trust me.
Oh my God.
I use this for documentation only. I have no time for this fucking corruption, bullshit, exploitation. I'm not the one. Have you guys heard of trap teams? Where they get people together to attack other people and frame other people and...
Have
you heard of that?
Know about that?
That's what the fuck has been going on around me.
I didn't know.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why. I don't know who gave permission. Again, this is probably the 30th place I've lived in the past 2 years because of this. Prior to that, I stayed in one apartment for 5 or 6 years with my children. They have forced me out of every place I have fucking lived in. They have taken my children away. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. What possible benefit could exist from calling an individual crazy who's clearly not crazy, who's showing plain black and white proof that they're being harassed, followed, robbed, and raped over and over? What the fuck is wrong with you? How many phone calls to the feds do I have to post? How many police reports do I have to post before someone walks up to me and says, is everything okay? Can we get, what's going on here? If you're a federal agent, where the fuck are you at? How has this entire, I opened and shut the fucking case. It's right there. Just exit this live and go right to my page. Scroll up. There's also a blog. There's also one Heather G, another profile. Go ahead. Go over there and check it out. There's so much victimization taking place, recorded and posted. Where the fuck are you guys at? Are you okay? Are you being kidnapped? Are you being held against your will? Are you crazy? What's going on? Because I'm tired of making the same phone calls over and over again. I don't know you motherfuckers shit. Not shit. Nothing. So after they realize that I'm not the one, right? And I'm not dealing with that ever. And I'm not going to fucking be... I'm not going to lay down and let someone say or imply that I am something that I'm not unless it only affects me. When it starts to trickle down to my children and the people that I love and my friends, we have another problem.
Then where are they?
If the feds can't help and the cops can't help, and I've filed 3 petitions for a court date in person at Cook County, DuPage County, Richard J. Daley Center, just in the previous few months, who can help? What more action can be taken on my part? Who can I call? What agency is the right agency to call? Who is the right person to call? Drop them in the comments. Let me get a phone number. Who can I call for help? I'm not crazy. I want to report gang stalking, sexual abuse, human trafficking,
You already
the
did,
intentional
but you
exploitation
refused to
and
help.
withholding of my children from their mother. Nobody has any resources, but you have the fucking balls to tag Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is a reject. He's not even a real doctor. Understand, everyone in the comments is not only made, they're also charged. Accessories, all of them.
What?
And if you guys don't believe that, try going back to last week when this happened and see if you see any repeat comments, because all those profiles have already been arrested. I said about 30 times, I want no one charged. They asked me, do you want anyone charged? No, I don't want anyone
What
charged.
the hell?
I want everyone to just be free. I just want it to stop. That's what I said. And guess what happened? The next day I woke up and $100 cash was missing from my fucking nightstand and my boots were stolen.
Oh, now it's boots and cash.
Good
Thought it was
deal,
just boots.
right? So when you put my back against the wall and they ask me, do you want anyone charged? And I say no, and they literally have followed me across the country, and I've ran. I fucking have been running. Leave me alone. Please just make it stop. I'll do anything. Just make it get the fuck away from me. They won't stop. They will not fucking stop. It's the wildest thing. It's like, what is it about me? Isn't Kim Kardashian available for stalking or harassment? Why me? What the fuck do you want? I don't have any money at all. I have less than $200 in my wallet. And that's it. And then I'm broke.
Oh, you got more money.
I have 3 children. I have what you see here. A lamp from Five Below, a space heater, and a bed.
Where's your nightstand?
And before that, I had a 5-bedroom house fully furnished that I paid for. I paid for that. You know how I paid for that? With money that people who abused me gave me after they took advantage of me. With jobs that I've worked since I was 14 years old. With savings that I've held. With shoes and bags that I was given as gifts that I went and pawned so that I could use the cash to pay rent. My identity has been stolen 6 times. 6 times. I've gone and replaced my ID, replaced my driver's license, replaced my birth certificate. 6 fucking times. The verification documents for my children, their birth certificates, their passports, all stolen. Why is that? Why is that permitted to continue?
Look at her bones.
It would be one thing if I hadn't been reporting this shit nonstop since the day it fucking started, but I have. So where's the accountability? You know, in all the shit that's gone on, I personally have gone through my Facebook and called people from my past who don't even deserve apologies. And I've apologized to them. Do you know how many people have apologized to me? Oh, I'm sorry, wait. And it was Natalia for stealing my vibrator.
What the fudge? TMI.
Which I forgave her for.
TMI.
Which could have been a mistake because then the next week she went on this rampage about me for 3.5 minutes and tagged WeTV. So that was a little publicity stunt or something, I guess. I really don't know. Regardless, The point is, I've been there always for my friends, for my family, for my children. I have filed police reports. Yesterday I went to Harvard Heights and picked up copies. I have called the feds over and over and over again. What the fuck is it that you people want from me? What is it going to take to get you to leave me alone so that I can move my children back into my house and live my life? Don't fucking worry about Natalia who. None of your business, you... See, it's like I'm the nicest until they just push too far that it's like, I have nothing left for you. Nothing good anyways. It's really sad, it's tragic, it's exploitative, and there are so many lawsuits that need to be paid. I can't deal. Yesterday they stole my makeup, and then they returned it by putting it in the car. I don't have any groceries in my house, but every time I go to the grocery store, they follow me there and put 40 or 50 people in front of me at the line so that I have an anxiety attack before I can get to the checkout. Again, if these were isolated incidents and I was just saying, like, for the first time ever signing on to Instagram, like, oh my God, bad stuff is happening, help. Fine, throw it away or write it off as me being crazy. There are like 50 times cars chasing me. The hate, I mean, read the comments. The hate is so strong. It's sick. It is sick.
People are actually trying to help.
I have a bunch of shit to do. I'm pretty much done with you people. So, fuck off.